Hello and welcome to EDE 201, Women, Globalization, and Education. I am Dr. Annie Whitlock, and if you are watching this video, you are with us in our online course for the winter semester of 2014. I'm really excited to have you all in this class, and I wanted to let you know some information about the course for our first module. So there's nothing much to complete other than familiarizing yourself with EDE 201. So this course will provide insight for you all on the importance of the many aspects of women's issues in the context of globalization. This course is designed to introduce you all to selected key topics on women's education in many developing countries, and we're going to also contrast that with women's issues in the United States and even locally. So we're going to talk about topics such as health, gender-based violence, education, women's economic opportunities, patriarchy, gender equality, women's empowerment, and so on and so on. The required text for this class is Nick Kristof's and Cheryl Wudun's book called Half the Sky, Turning Oppression into Opportunity for Women Worldwide. It's a great book. I highly recommend that you purchase it as opposed to just checking it out from the library, but you're welcome to do that as well. You can get it as an ebook or a hard copy book. Since this class is online, you have to have some technology requirements that are really essential to be successful in this class. For example, you should have daily or near daily access to the internet and to your email, Blackboard, Microsoft Word, and typical presentation software. It's preferred that you use a computer to do this class, although it's not impossible to complete this online course on a tablet or on a smartphone, but you will be submitting files throughout the semester, so it's kind of important that you at least have access to a desktop or laptop computer. We're also going to be using Twitter in this class, and near the end of this video I will explain a little bit more detail about how do you get set up with a Twitter account. If you already have one that you use and you don't mind using it for this class, then go ahead. You don't need to create another one, but keep in mind that I will be following you on your Twitter account, so if you'd like to create a separate professional Twitter account to separate your personal life, that's fine too. So Twitter can definitely be used on a smartphone or a tablet and not necessarily on the computer. Short course announcements will come through Twitter from me, and longer course announcements might be emailed to you on Blackboard or in a video such as this. So you're going to be expected to check Twitter and Blackboard daily or near daily, especially near the beginning of the week. I am not necessarily a help desk guru, so if you have technology problems throughout this course, you might want to call the ITS help desk instead, or the Online Office of Extended Learning. I can help you with certainly anything related to the course, but I'm definitely not a tech problem-solving expert. This class, like you said, requires a lot of online participation. So online classes are sometimes thought of as easier as face-to-face classes, but in fact I find them to be a little bit more difficult depending on your ways of learning. For example, online courses are much more self-discipline and self-motivated. For example, every week an online module will open for this class on Monday morning, sometimes earlier if I can get it up there. There will be a video lecture like this to watch and listen to. There will be sometimes tasks for you to do. There of course will be readings from the Half the Sky book. There might be other additional videos for you to watch. These can be done at any time throughout the week, but again you have to set aside the time to do that fits with your schedule. Some people really like that. Some people struggle to make sure that they get that learning in. At the end of every week on Sunday night is when any assignments for that week will be due. So again, it requires some discipline to make sure that you are spacing your time the best you can to make sure you complete the tasks in the module for the week by the next Sunday and any other additional assignments that we need for the course. Please let me know if this is becoming an issue for you. I can certainly work on helping you develop a schedule. Lack of access, because this is an online class, if you cannot find access to the internet or Blackboard or email, sorry to say you might want to consider taking another class. This is going to be a huge online component and it's going to require you to do a lot of work online, so lack of access will not be an excuse for not completing an online module on time. You're expected to possibly foresee troubleshooting and think about the way, like if there's assignment due on Sunday and you're doing it last minute, you might have technical difficulties, so you might want to budget in yourself some extra time to do those things. I will help with whatever I can, and the help desk will help with whatever they can, but lack of access will not be considered a feasible excuse for not completing the task for the week. On Blackboard, on our Blackboard site, there is a column on the left-hand side called Assignment Info. Your job for this week, there are no course readings, there are no other tasks to do for the week. There are just going to be two. One is to familiarize yourself with all of the course assignments and make yourself an assignment plan, and the second one will be to get yourself set up on Twitter. So the first one is your assignment plan. So this course, speaking of being very self-motivated and self-disciplined, you get a chance to choose the assignments that you would like to do in this class. You're going to need to earn yourself 90 points in the class, and our syllabus has 9 different assignments, all of different point values, and you may choose 3 of them in order to get yourself the point total that you need to complete the required number of points for the class. Simply completing the assignments doesn't mean you will get full points on them, but you need to choose 3 of the 9 assignments for you to do. On Blackboard, on the left-hand side, there's a link called Assignment Info. In that folder are all 9 assignments, and there's a write-up that's about a page or 2 pages long that describe that assignment in much more detail, as well as give you sometimes, in some cases, a rubric to match with all the different assignments. So you need to choose 3 of them, and you can't just choose any 3. In the syllabus, there is an assignment grid, and on that grid, there are 3 columns: column A, column B, column C. You cannot pick more than one assignment. You can only complete one assignment per column, and you have to complete one assignment per row. Row 1 are 40-point assignments, row 2 is 30-point assignments, and row 3 is 20-point assignments. So there's certain combinations of assignments that you can complete. And these assignments vary for how much in depth they are. Ones that are worth more points are worth considerably more, or take a little bit more time than ones that are worth 20 points. So the row 1 assignments are a little bit more in depth than the row 3 assignments, which is why you can't pick all row 3 assignments to complete your points. But you will pick 3 out of the 9 representing the different combinations from the grid that you would like. And like I said, in order to choose these, you need to be well informed. So please read about all 9 assignments on the Blackboard link for assignment info first. That's going to be your main assignment for this week. Read all 9 assignments. Like I said, these 9 assignments vary. So once you've read them all and you've picked out the ones that you think will work, you've looked at the grid to determine to make sure you have one from column A, column B, and column C, and one from row 1, 2, and 3. Once you have figured that out, then you need to make a plan. You need to decide, okay, what ones will actually work? Will they fit within the grid? Do I have time to do them? For example, some assignments require ongoing work throughout the entire semester. The 12 discussion post assignment requires you to post on the discussion board 12 times a semester, which is essentially every single week that we have readings. If you choose the discussion comment assignment, that requires you to comment on a discussion post every single week for 12 weeks. So if you decide to do that assignment last minute, you will not be able to get 12 discussion posts in, and you might run the risk of not getting the full amount of points for that assignment. Same thing with the Twitter reflections. You need to tweet if you choose that assignment, you need to tweet every single week. You might have trouble completing that if you decide to do that assignment mid-semester. Some assignments are not every week, but they are multiple times throughout the semester. One assignment is to complete 5 reading reflections, which are longer, page-long thoughts on the readings for the week. You have to complete 5 of them throughout the semester. So you at least need to make sure that you can do that over 5 weeks of the semester. So if you decide to do that with only 4 weeks left to go, you're not going to be able to receive the full amount of points. Same with the campus events. One assignment is to attend 2 campus events put on by the Women's Educational Center. If you think this is an assignment that you would like to do, make sure you read and look at all the available events within the event calendar and choose the ones that you can go to. Again, if you decide to do this one too last minute, you might be stuck attending 2 events that you don't really like, or the events might be done by the time you can get to them. So make sure that you make a plan and figure out what assignments can be done when you need them. Many of them are one-time things. For example, the regional issues paper. That is a one-time paper that you will write at the end of the semester. Well, that's due at the end of the semester. Same with the book review paper or the news article reflections. These are one-time things. So those are possible to be decided on later, but it's probably better that you make an assignment plan as soon as possible. So that is going to be your main task for the week. Make an assignment plan. Each of these assignments have varying due dates as well, so you want to make sure you read each individual assignment sheet. For example, the reading reflections, the discussion posts, those will be due always at the end of, on Sundays of the week you decide to do them on. So those have regular due dates. But the things like the news articles, those are due around, those have a separate due date than the book review paper, and that has a separate due date than the global and issues presentation, and that has a separate due date from the regional issues paper. So make sure that once you choose your assignments, you kind of plan for the semester. Choose ones that you can feasibly complete with what your other schedule has going on for the semester. With these assignments, if you do not know which assignments to pick, and you want to make sure that you're choosing the right ones that are from the right rows and columns, and you want to make sure you have questions maybe about what these assignments entail, please do not hesitate to email me. It's much better that you email me a question about the assignment rather than just guess and run the risk of not doing it right or losing points. So make sure that you email me. No question is a stupid question, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. So task 1 for the week, make an assignment plan for this week, for the entire semester. Read all the assignments, figure out the 3 that you want to do. Make sure they will fit within the grid, look at all the due dates, plan out when you need to get them done over the course of the semester, and that'll be your assignment plan. There's no need to share it with me or with anybody else, but it's just, that's the only thing you need to do for this class for this week is familiarize yourself with how to earn points. You're also going to want to familiarize yourself along the same lines with a syllabus, because at the end of the syllabus there's a course schedule of all the weeks and all the different topics that we are learning about. So if you decide, let's say, to do 5 reading reflections, you might even want to think about what topics sound interesting to you and what possible weeks you'd want to do these reading reflections. That is all in the last couple pages of the syllabus, where I go and list all the different topics for the course one by one. And the due dates are also within that course schedule as well as the individual assignment sheets.